Welcome to Touring Globe, my visit to Africa. Journey through Africa, a tale of adventure and discovery. It was a sunny Tuesday afternoon when I stepped onto the plane, my heart pounding with excitement. The journey ahead was not just a trip, it was an odyssey through the heart of Africa. With a meticulously crafted itinerary in hand, I was ready to embrace the diverse landscapes, rich cultures, and the vibrant spirit of this incredible continent. As the plane began its descent over the golden sands of Egypt, I felt a rush of excitement mixed with the weight of history. It was my first time traveling to Africa, and I had chosen Egypt as my destination, drawn by the ancient wonders and the allure of the Nile. The sprawling landscape below looked like an endless canvas of ochre and brown, interrupted only by the snaking blue ribbon of the river that had been a lifeline for civilizations for thousands of years. Upon landing in Cairo, I was greeted by the warm breeze that carried with it the scent of spices and distant chatter. The city was alive with energy, honking cars, bustling markets, and street vendors calling out, "Welcome." I quickly collected my bags and hailed a taxi, eager to start my adventure. My first stop was the Giza Plateau, where the Great Pyramids rose majestically against the backdrop of a clear blue sky. As I approached the iconic structures, the sheer scale of them took my breath away. Standing in the shadow of the Great Pyramid of Khufu, I felt a deep connection to the past. I marveled at the precision of the stones, each one a testament to the ingenuity of ancient engineers. A local guide, Ahmed, joined me, sharing tales of pharaohs, gods, and the afterlife as he led me through the site. As I pondered his question, we moved on to explore the Solar Boat Museum, where a remarkably preserved vessel lay on display. It was said to have been built for Khufu, meant to transport him to the afterlife. I could almost hear the whispers of the past, as if the spirits of the ancient Egyptians were sharing their stories with me. Later that evening, I found myself wandering through the vibrant streets of Khan el-Khalili Bazaar, a labyrinth of shops filled with colorful textiles, intricate jewelry, and aromatic spices. I bargained for souvenirs, the air thick with the laughter of haggling vendors and tourists alike. I stopped at a small cafe, sipping mint tea while watching the world go by, mesmerized by the rich tapestry of culture unfolding before me. The following day, I ventured south to Luxor, the city often referred to as the world's greatest open-air museum. The Karnak Temple, with its towering columns and massive statues, left me in awe. As the sun began to set, the temple was bathed in a golden hue, and I felt as if I had stepped back in time. It was here that I encountered a local artist, Fatima, who painted vibrant depictions of Egyptian mythology. We struck up a conversation, and she invited me to her home to see her artwork. Over tea in her modest living room, Fatima shared her dreams of preserving Egyptian culture through her art. Inspired by her passion, I purchased a piece depicting the goddess Isis, a symbol of magic and motherhood. It would serve as a reminder of my journey and the connection I had forged with the people of this land. As my trip continued, I took a cruise down the Nile, witnessing life unfold along its banks. Fishermen cast their nets, farmers tended to their fields, and children played in the water. I visited the Valley of the Kings, where I explored the tombs of pharaohs, marveling at the intricate hieroglyphs that told tales of their journeys into the afterlife. On my last evening, I attended a traditional Egyptian dinner, complete with music and dance. I found myself lost in the rhythms of the oud, the laughter of new friends, and the sumptuous flavors of the cuisine. As the night drew to a close, I gazed up at the stars, feeling a profound sense of gratitude for the experiences I had gathered. When I returned to Cairo for ready to travel to the next place, I took one last stroll along the Nile, reflecting on the magic of Egypt. This land, with its rich history and warm-hearted people, had opened my eyes to the beauty of a culture steeped in tradition and resilience. As the plane took off, I looked down at the illuminated city, and I knew that Egypt would forever hold a piece of my heart. I left with not just souvenirs, but with stories, friendships, and an insatiable curiosity for the world beyond my own. My journey to Egypt had awakened a wanderlust that would inspire many more adventures to come. Next, I ventured to the border of Zambia and Zimbabwe to witness one of nature's greatest wonders, Victoria Falls. The roar of the cascading water greeted me long before I reached the viewpoint. Standing on the edge of the falls, I was engulfed in a mist that sparkled in the sunlight, creating rainbows in the air. It was a breathtaking sight, and I could feel the power of the falls vibrating through my very being. In the afternoons, I explored the surrounding rainforest on guided hikes, where I encountered exotic wildlife, including playful monkeys and vibrant birds. I even took a daring plunge into the natural pools at the top of the falls, feeling the thrill of the rushing water just inches away from the precipice. My journey continued to the Masai Mara in Kenya, a land synonymous with the wild spirit of Africa. I joined a group of fellow travelers on an early morning safari, the air crisp and filled with anticipation. As the sun rose, the savannah came alive. We spotted lions lounging lazily under acacia trees, elephants marching gracefully across the plains, and herds of wildebeest grazing peacefully. One evening, we visited a traditional Maasai village. The vibrant colors of the warriors' shukas and the rhythm of their songs created an atmosphere of warmth and hospitality. I joined in their traditional dance, laughter echoing under the vast African sky, reminding me of the beauty of human connection. The final leg of my adventure took me to the majestic Kilimanjaro, the highest peak in Africa. I had trained for weeks, both physically and mentally, and the moment I set foot on the trail, I felt a surge of determination. The diverse ecosystems unfolded as I ascended, from lush rainforests to stark alpine deserts. The trek was challenging, but every step brought a new sense of achievement. On the final night, we began our ascent under a blanket of stars, the summit glistening in the distance. As dawn broke, I stood at Uhuru Peak, my heart swelling with emotion. I had conquered Kilimanjaro, but more importantly, I had discovered resilience and strength within myself. As I boarded my flight back home, I reflected on the incredible journey I had undertaken. Africa had woven its magic around me, through the echoes of ancient civilizations, the roar of mighty falls, the thrill of the wild, and the majesty of its mountains. Each destination had left an indelible mark on my heart, reminding me of the beauty of our world and the stories that unite us all. In the end, this trip was not just a series of destinations. It was an awakening, a reminder of the wonders that await those willing to venture beyond their comfort zones. Africa had called to me, and I had answered with open arms, a curious heart, and an insatiable thirst for adventure. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. See you in the next video.